Shatterstar is his own grandfather. You know, I've spent like an hour trying to figure out how I should start this video, but eventually I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna jump right into it. But yeah, technically, Shatterstar is his own grandfather. Let's talk about it. Now, before any of you sick people ask, no, Shatterstar did not go back in time and do the nasty and the pasty with his grandmother. But honestly, the real story is just as weird, so let's get into it. Now, this story actually starts during the Hell on Earth War, whenever we see Mephisto blast Richter and Shatterstar with a really powerful attack. Now, at first, the attack seems like it just completely disintegrates Richter and Shatterstar, but what it really does is it sends them across time and space, with Richter ending up in a prison cell on Mojo World. While Richter is a prisoner on Mojo World, he's forced to fight inside of this coliseum as a gladiator. It's during one of these matches that Richter comes up against this man wearing a full body armor. While they're fighting, Richter says that something about this man feels oddly familiar, so he's going to try and use his powers to remove the man's helmet. Which then shows us that Richter has been fighting Shatterstar this whole time, but Shatterstar cannot recognize Richter. Some rebels are then going to break into the Coliseum, knock out Shatterstar, and offer to take Richter with them. Before leaving with the rebels, Richter actually notices that one of the rebels is Longshot, one of his friends from the future, but Longshot says he doesn't know who Richter is either. The rebels are then going to take Richter and Shatterstar to this massive base/laboratory, and they're going to introduce them to this man named Arise, who just calls himself a creator. Arise explains that one day Shatterstar just fell from the sky and he was completely unconscious, so being the scientist that he was, Arise did the most logical thing he could think of, and he cloned Shatterstar. It's here that it's revealed that Longshot is actually a clone of Shatterstar, and this Longshot is only a few days old, which explains why he doesn't recognize Richter. He is the Longshot from the past. Arise explains that Longshot is not an exact copy of Shatterstar. He basically took Shatterstar and improved upon his body. So, according to Arise, Shatterstar is actually Longshot's father. Shatterstar is going to wake up shortly after this, and he's going to have his full memories back, so he's going to recognize Richter now. But they're not going to have much of a reunion because Mojo is going to end up attacking the base. But since Shatterstar has his memories back now, he uses his powers so him and Richter can escape, and they try to go back into the future. They're not going to be able to make it all the way back to the future though, and they're just going to skip ahead a few years, and whenever they arrive, they're going to find a pregnant Dazzler. Richter asks Dazzler how she got pregnant, and Dazzler says, "My husband, of course." And Richter's going to ask her, "Your husband?" And Dazzler says, "Longshot." Dazzler ends up having her baby, and as we can see, whenever Richter is holding it, the baby ends up being Shatterstar. Richter and the adult Shatterstar are then going to take the baby and drop it in the future wherever the original Shatterstar was found, so the timeline remains uninterrupted. So, in conclusion, Shatterstar was sent to Mojo World where he was cloned. The clone, Longshot, impregnated Dazzler, who had a kid, and that kid was Shatterstar. So Shatterstar is technically his own grandfather. This is honestly not the weirdest thing to ever come out of Marvel Comics, like not even by a long shot, but it's still a really funny thing that they decided to add to Shatterstar's character. Like, they could have made his origin anything else, but they decided to make this man his own grandfather. I think it's wild, but let me know in the comments. What do y'all think about the fact that Shatterstar is his own grandfather? And if you like this video, follow if you want to see more.